All right, welcome everybody to the World Cup qualifier here in Jacksonville, Florida. Coming up here, we have the U.S. versus the Chilean team, and we are going to get started here rather quickly. I myself, Brian McLogan, am here with Joe Talatino.
Fermano Jax. Hey guys, how's it going? So, Brian, I was going to bring up something that I think might be a factor in this game, and that is our Florida weather. It's beautiful right now, but I look back to our west and I see clouds and rain. It's a possibility.
Is that on the forecast?
Yeah, that's on the forecast. It's looking like if it comes, it'll probably be towards the middle or the end of the match, but that's never fun.
Well, right now we're sitting pretty with the weather here in Jacksonville. It is a pretty calm evening. A little bit of a breeze, but I'd say as far as playing some rugby league here, we're looking at some pretty good conditions, especially for those guys that have been played down in Jacksonville in the heat. So it looks like we're going to get started here right with the anthems and the introductions of both teams.
So, Brian, which team would we like to take a look at rosters for first? You want to do Chile?
Yeah, we can do the Chilean team.
Oh, you're saying Chile. I got
Chilean.
you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So here we are.
So we have number 9, Christian Sandova. Number 1, Thomas Garrido. Number 2, Jose Nata Alvaro. Number 3, Mana Castillo. Number 4, Patrick Camano. Number 5, Zacil Ziao. Number 6, Trent Millar. Number 7, Bradley Millar. Number 8, Eduardo Wagner. Number 9, Christian Sandova. Number 10, Janin Lang. Number 11, Nick Dobier. Number 12, Brandon Tobar. Number 13, James Harvat. And then on the bench, Piero Diaz. Number 15, Isaiah Azera. Number 16, Jonathan Espeza. Number 17, Taylor Salas. And the Chilean coach is Rodrigo Millar.
Well, I'm glad that you took on those names.
I try to do my best.
I would have butchered them for sure.
And I do apologize for any player or coach that I did not pronunciate correctly. And the Americans don't really leave that out either, because we have a very vast name of names here. But I'll go ahead and do my best here for the USA team. We are starting with Coyer Malcolm. Number 2, Ryan Burrows. 3, Brandon Anderson. 4, Beretta Faremo. Number 5, David Washington. 6, Kristen Freed. 7, Connor Donahue. 8, Mark Offendal. Number 9, Danny Howard. Number 10, Andrew Neasley. 11, Joe Eichner. 12, Jerome Vive. 13, we're just going to call him Joe, because that's what I was at least advised to call him, Joe. So number 13, Joe. On the bench, we have Nick Newell. Number 18, Jamil Robinson. 15, Chris Frazier. 16, Chris Wiggums. And the USA coach, Sean Ruckerson.
Sean's also the coach of the local. I know the local Jacksonville Axemen,
Yep.
and they went all the way this year.
Yeah, they are. We are.
Congratulations to him. He's in the winning ways, and hopefully.
Jackson Axman,
I'm be a little biased and say I hope he does well with the USA team.
No, absolutely. I guess we'll pause here for the anthem.
So that was the Chilean national anthem, and next up is the American national anthem. So they're getting fired up here, Brian. It sounds like USA is getting pumped.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's a long-awaited duel here between these two teams. I mean, it's obviously right now it's 8 o'clock in Eastern Standard Time, and these guys, obviously a lot of the U.S. players that have been in town. I'm not sure how long the Chilean team has been here, but I think they've been ready. They watched the matchup here between Canada and Jamaica beforehand, which Jamaica advanced. Which the winner of this game is going to play against them, and so I think that really gets everybody pumped up when you're the second match. You're obviously playing in the prime time slot, and you get to see those guys, really hit them up beforehand. It really just kind of gets that adrenaline going for you. And I think that kind of plays into the warm-up. These guys are ready to play. They are sick of, doing the practice and the drills. They just want to get it and hit somebody new.
I like it. And there they go.
And you can see it right from the start. That's usually how a lot of games are going to start here. A lot of guys with very, very strong hit-ups. And, that's a lot of the adrenaline right now is playing off here. And we'll kind of see how the weather plays into everything and see how the endurance is going to go. But for these next couple minutes, we're going to see a lot of fireworks heading off between these two teams.
I mean, honestly, right now, conditions couldn't be better. It's 70 degrees right now, and a little breeze, but the wind's starting to pick up, and I did take a look at the radar, and it's coming our way. So hopefully it holds off and we don't get rain before. I always joke in Jacksonville, if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. It's going to change.
That's true. And it looks like we incurred our first penalty here by USA with a little knock. Chile completed the first set, nice little kick away, and just a little stumble here on the U.S., and it's going to result here in a scrum down back in their own zone.
So in the previous game with Jamaica, they got off and got some momentum early. Is that what the teams are looking to do now?
Well, I think with any game, you always want to get off, into the start. You never want to head into the locker room in a hole, and I think a lot of times right now it's, between these two clubs, they're really matching each other up, and really seeing what each club is gonna offer. Obviously, you're seeing Chile right now bringing a lot of heat into the U.S. They're really doing some really hard, hit ups here, and definitely getting some push on the Americans. And, I think a lot of that, kind of plays into, really kind of feeling out these two clubs and kind of seeing what they're going to bring on the offense as well as the defense. So very nice, U.S. is nice holding strong here, really being on their kind of back heels. And just trying to do a little too much here. The ball goes out of bounds here.
So I know that the jerseys are a little bit confusing. Everybody's got white jerseys on. The Chilean team has blue and white striped socks.
Yeah, we're not doing too many favors.
No, we're not making it easy for you viewers. But I just thought I'd give you a note on that.
Yeah, I think what I've seen so far is the white a little bit on the Chilean shorts.
Yeah.
It's kind of helped me a little bit differentiate that because
and the red and white stripes on the
and the stripes, but some of the guys don't have their socks pulled all the way up, so
not
that doesn't help out either. And now here really is the first offensive set here for the U.S. And you can see here they're keeping it kind of nice. And it looked like the ball. No, it looks like it was lost. Just lost in the tackle. And again, the U.S. is going to be back on their heels playing the defense. And you see a lot right now. Them keeping it very, very tight. Haven't got the ball much up there. Really kind of keeping it close in the post, and and then some good hits, and looks like we have a man down from that last hit. And he is not moving so far. It was a tough hit, right of an offload, a really excellent offload. Really drew the defender and got rid of that ball, but he definitely paid for it as far as a hit.
Yeah, he's.
I didn't see him move from there.
No, he's not doing well right now.
And of course, we have a great medical team here from UNF. Being able to work down on this game, and getting obviously the medical attention that we need.
So, in these types of situations, what does the team do? I mean, really the thing is, I know you're concerned about your teammate, but are they doing some plotting and planning now?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those situations where, obviously, this doesn't look like a good situation. You want to obviously, have the best. And it doesn't matter if you're, if that's your that's your teammate or it's the opposing player.
Right.
I mean,
No,
you're on the field and you never want to see somebody hurt.
Yeah.
Especially in a way that is going to prevent them to be able to continue to play. In the same respect, it's a time for reflection. I mean, rugby league is a very, very fast-paced sport.
Yes.
And any time that you can have some time to talk with the guy next to you,
right,
with the players on you, and really kind of take a look at it, and get some strategy, kind of seeing, how, what the game plan is for your opposing team and what you guys can kind of adjust.
Right.
And that is a little bit of the, advantage that you can kind of take besides getting the water. Right now it's, I always think about, we're playing during the summer. I mean, that's a water break.
Yeah.
Just give me some water.
You need it.
But, right now it's not as bad. We've only been
not
here,
even 10 minutes in.
Not even 10 minutes. I mean, it's 35:58 is on the clock. It's 0-0.
Did you see the number of who it was that
I did not see the
down?
number who went down. No. I mean, he went pretty cold down,
Yeah.
right to his back, and obviously we're getting some more medical professionals here down on the ground to make sure he's taken care of. And it looks like he's
moving.
At least he's getting up here. But yeah, I think a lot of time it,
They
just kind
always
of comes
err
to
on the side of caution, which is great. Getting a round of applause from the crowd. Good to see him get up.
But I say for one thing, I mean they had a lot of pace going on right now.
Right.
So I mean, if anything, there might be a little advantage here to the U.S. being able to kind of slow that down and hopefully kind of get a little push, make some maybe adjustments, kind of see how their pacing is going. But obviously they're coming right at them. I mean, they're right on the heels here of the try line, and we're not really skipping a beat.
They went right back to it, didn't they?
Yep.
Getting closer.
Yep. Here are the,
Oh.
looks like the referee is calling scrum down here. Falling out, but it looks like it's a previous penalty here he has called. And I didn't see the gesture here, but so here comes the U.S. here with they're trying to at least get a set. They haven't completed a full set yet, and they still are going to lose on that completing the set here. I'm not sure.
What was that? That was penalty against Chile.
Yeah, they got a free kick. I wasn't paying attention to see exactly what the call here was. But it looks like they're running in and now, going to go in, work on it. Let's kind of see if they can get a push here.
Another player.
And so far, it looked like, I have another player down, and I didn't see it. Didn't see the U.S. player who went down, or what exactly happened. If it was,
it's a Chilean player for sure. I just didn't see the hit up that caused it.
So we'll have to take another break here just for another injury here on the field.
Wow, so far not getting any kind of momentum
no,
or any kind of rim going, right? It's
no,
that's a tough way to go, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it can kind of play to an advantage or a
sure.
disadvantage. I mean, I think at this point, Chile has been really strong from the front.
Sure.
We've seen
them a
lot of speed, a lot of hit ups, and I mean, so if anything, maybe from these kind of injuries here, that slowed down their team.
Right.
And because I think the dangerous kind of point in any game, any sport, in those first 10, 15 minutes, you're just getting on that adrenaline. And, when you see, so far most of this game has been playing right on the heel steps of the U.S. team. And so the fact they can get some time to, kind of get little timeouts, as you would say,
right,
and really kind of collect. Hopefully that's going to slow down a little bit of momentum. But obviously, so far what we've seen from the Chilean team, they've really been organized with what they, all their kind of fronts. They've really been attacking the middle really well and really getting some pressure on the U.S. team. So we'll kind of see if the U.S. team has some advance to come back at them with.
And he's up as well, so hopefully it wasn't too serious. That's one thing that's great about our medical staff is they really do err on the side of caution. They want to make sure the players are good before they move them or get up. I know you were a player.
Yep.
And use their services.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think everybody that's still on the medical team, I've seen.
Once or twice.
Yep, and absolutely. And right now we still have 33 minutes and 40 seconds. The score is still 0-0. And, I also like to, give a big thanks to the city of Jacksonville for giving a lot of the stream.
Yeah.
And
Visit Jacksonville's been a great partner, and Visit Jacksonville is a great resource. If you're visiting Jacksonville or looking to visit Jacksonville, you can go there and find out where the places are to go, what the events are that are happening. Yep. It's awesome. And
you can see right now we're getting a lot of pressure here on the U.S. side.
Oh yeah.
It looks like getting in with some pressure, and we got the signal here for a try.
So that's a USA try.
So some nice quick pressure by the U.S. Really kind of, got things really quick. I mean, they really turned that in. I mean, they were around midfield from that penalty,
yeah.
And they really kind of made some grounds. And now we're here for the kick after.
Should be a little chip shot. Shouldn't be that big.
Hopefully, the wind's not too bad. Should be.
And that is
So
good.
there we're good. So now we have the score of the U.S. Chile 0, and we are playing here with 31 minutes and 40 seconds left here with a rolling clock, and now we'll get right back into the action. So far it's really been a pretty balanced game. I mean, I'd really say kind of the 2 injuries have kind of slowed down things, but we've really kind of played into both sides.
Yep.
Both teams really look good.
They both have pace.
Yep. I mean, there's been some minor penalties here and there, but nothing really to an advantage of one side or the other. And now Chile's going to punch back over to the U.S. And now they're going to get their set back in their own side. And now we get to watch a little bit of the pace of the U.S. side and kind of see what they're going to do with that initial set. Because they really haven't played with a full set. It's really been, off a penalty and, kind of broken up here a little bit. So now they're really going to be digging themselves here out of their side. And so far they've really been gaining some traction here. Really, really bringing some pace, just like Chilean team when they started the game. Really, really getting that pace going. Now they're in on the outside. And good run.
A great run by number 3, Brandon Anderson. I don't quite. What happened there? Turned over.
I was checking in there. And we just got confirmation here down from the score for the U.S. That was a score by Danny Howard. And in addition to the city of Jackson, we'll also like to make sure we thank the Toronto Wolfpack for really making sure that we can get this stream. I think, one of the things that's, make the rugby community, really strong and important is, be able to make sure that we can get this stream out to all you guys, and really give you guys the quality stream that you guys can watch rugby league here all over the world.
So if you visit Toronto, go Wolfpack, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Another thing I'll say is you're watching on Facebook, share the stream. Share it with some friends. Let people know about rugby league in the United States. It's a growing sport, and the way we can help it grow bigger is by sharing it. Yeah. So just share this post with your friends. Another thing that'd be fun is if you say in the comments where you're watching from. We might give you some shout outs.
Well, actually, I think that's the great thing about the rugby community is, it's an international community, and so, kind of hearing the different places where you guys are all enjoying the stream. Obviously, this game is taking place in Jacksonville, Florida. It's, right now it's, 6-0, U.S. over Chile, and with 28 minutes left, but we know there's a community of rugby all over the world, and any of you guys want to kind of join in, let us know where you guys are watching from, and some of your local clubs and everything else. We love giving you guys a kind of shout out and let you guys know where you guys listen to. Really enjoy hearing from people that are enjoying watching rugby league. And again, this isn't just any rugby league game. This is a very, very important rugby game. The winner of this game is going to take on Jamaica on this upcoming Saturday for the World Cup qualifier to play in England. So it's a big deal. It's not just your regular season game.
It is a very big deal. Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of these clubs, they've been preparing. They've been selecting to really get the top-notch guys that they can to represent their country. And this is. this is a really great effort for all the guys representing their country and also to be playing on the stage. And, happy to be a part of that.
Sure.
Obviously commentating.
Well, a super cool thing to me is, USA went on last year, qualified, went on and went to the World Cup. What did they bring back from that? Did that help them with playing now?
I think in respect, I think it, I think with anything with the U.S. and in the rugby community, we need to earn a little bit of respect.
Right.
We're still
trying to claw at
still
it,
on
right?
the international stage. We still have still some more
Low on the
respect of
totem
it.
pole.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And so I think that's just one of those things building up. Is there's there's a lot of great things that are going on in the rugby community in the United States, in rugby league, rugby union, rugby touch, rugby sevens, but I think it really, to earn that respect, it really comes into what you can do on the international side.
Cool.
And so, if that's going to come from the rugby league, team making an impact, making
Sure.
some wins, and on the international stage, it's going to help.
Oh, nice.
And it looks like a breakaway.
Number one.
Number four, Patrick Camano. And he passes it off here to Jose Notaver. And looks like they're scoring in the try. Who's that?
So what are they discussing here?
Oh, I had it on the other side. That was Barreto to Ryan Burrows. I had that mixed up, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, sorry
Yep.
about that. Sorry about that, guys.
Well,
I was
as
looking
long as
the
we
other
get
way.
it right,
Yeah,
we're good.
Well, I was in a conversation. I was mixed up, all talking about all again, and then I just see, and again, the same thing with the uniforms. You're seeing blue
Right.
and white going one way and the other.
I
and
got it.
You
It's a little confusing.
get yourself training thoughts.
You know what? I want to do a shout out for the USARL shop. Go to the website. You can go there and get some jerseys. You can get U.S. team jerseys. You can get Jack Saxman jerseys. A lot of good swag there to go check out. So go to usarl.com. See how this kick goes. It's a bit of an angle for him.
And the kick is going to be no good. So right now as it stands here, we have 10 for the USA, 0 for Chile. We're about 24 minutes left here until the half.
So I get the feeling that they're warmed up now.
Yep, now you're getting a little, both sides are kind of
The
settling
jitters
in
are,
now.
jitters
Yep.
are gone, right?
Yep. Both got settled in. They kind of know what each team is going to bring to the table. And, now it kind of comes into really just executing.
Right.
It's really going to come into a team that's, bringing in the penalties, going to be able to execute really their sets really well.
Turnover.
And, the turnovers. And so far, both teams have done fairly well with that. Sometimes in a close game, it can be those little, small incidentals that it's going to make it. And the USA with some good pace here. And again, Ryan Burrows here with the try. Pass on the line.
The pass faked out our cameraman. It's hard to follow sometimes. So that's 2 for Ryan.
Yep, and again, Cecilia Barreto gave a nice little good. They really kind of develop that inside to really get that action, back on the outside, and that's just really really good rugby, really kind of drawing those guys on the inside and make that space on the outside. And rugby, that's really what you want to do. You want to get those fast guys in the open.
Good pace.
Yep.
You get those holes open, and it's hard to keep up.
But it also helps to not only in that middle. One thing I know from watching the rugby, it's not so much about the pace or the hitting, but also be able to get up from that tackle and get that ball distributed.
Right.
And you can see really in that set, what happened was every single guy that got tackled, that ball came out and it got to the outside. So that was really, really helpful. That was to get that ball out and for them to be able to get, because you got to think every single tackle that defense is getting back, and the faster on offense you can get that ball out, that faster the defense is going to be on their heels, not ready for you.
So Coach Sean Rutgerson's got to be pretty happy with them right now.
Yep, and we finally got a conversion here.
The kick was good.
So we have now a score of 16 for the USA, 0 for Chile, and we are just at around 21 minutes here left in the first half. So far the USA is really kind of pulling ahead,
coming out strong.
Coming out ahead. I mean, I would definitely say the beginning, first couple minutes, Chile really kind of put a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
The USA was right on the try line, really right on their heels for that first half, but. Really, as far as the sets go, the USA, as I speak a little too soon here, ball goes right off the chest here, and the USA is going to be back right on their heels with scrum down to Chile. So here comes Chile here on the backside playing. And you can see USA doing a good rush defense here. Every single time that ball is played, they're really, really getting really good push here. But we're getting a very, very strong drive by number 14, Piero Diaz. Really, really almost got right to that try line. I mean, he was very, very close.
He was really leaning towards it, wasn't he?
I think he had about 3 or 4 guys on him he was pushing through.
But close doesn't count.
No, I'd say so. So far, the U.S. has really been playing some good defense. Really, really good attack defense, and really kind of filling up those A and B gaps. And now it comes turns again back on the offense, and
he's just not wanting to go down.
No, Renzi's really, really having a great game so far. He has really opened up a lot of paths here for a lot of his players, and obviously, he really just got the U.S. here out on their back heels. And you can see kind of what that does, getting that momentum, getting the Chilean team back on their heels and really getting that USA team moving forward.
Looks like we may have another injury as well. Nope, he's good. He got up slow. I would get up slow after every one of those hits. I'm just saying.
Yeah, some of those hits, I mean, they're gonna wake you up. That's for sure.
Oh,
and
nice
it looks like
break.
he got a nice little breakthrough. And he just kind of slides in avoiding a little contact. Looks like Mark Offer, the captain here. And, great little hit up, great little nice side. And he really wanted to kind of make sure he get that ball down in the try zone and get that try here for the Axemen. So, pretty important score here, especially as we're kind of...
Great for the captain to get it, too.
Yeah,
right?
no, absolutely. And... And obviously for the Axemen, that's a very, very big score to really kind of push this game getting into halftime. I mean, obviously we still have plenty of time to play. We're still 17 minutes.
You said Axemen. I know you were so used to doing Axemen games.
Yeah, that's right.
For USA.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for correcting me.
No problem. Somebody out there is going, who are the Axemen?
Axemen. Yeah, you're right.
The Axemen are our local rugby team, and Brian has been up here in the booth with me many times calling the games, so it's getting to be a habit, right?
Well, I mean, obviously being a former player for the Axemen,
that helps.
And and obviously living in Jacksonville, that's some of those things when you're going and commentating furthermore, you kind of spit out that Axemen comment. But obviously here we're looking here for the conversion now for number 4 Barreto. Kind of see what he can do here. Right now the score is 20 USA and 0 for Chile.
So what does Chile have to do to get in this game?
And we got some wind here. It looks like that kick was going to be good, and there was a big wind gust that kind of came right in that just kind of really pushed it.
That's that front coming through that I was talking about. The wind is gusting pretty good. But good news is those wind gusts look to be pushing the rain away from us. Just check the radar. And so that's a good thing. Hopefully that holds up. So it's 20-0 USA against Chile.
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, I mean, Chile's really going to kind of put a slowdown in the U.S. advancement.
Right.
I mean, so far so
they can go into the locker room.
Get some points on the board.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the important things. I mean, so far they've had some great pressure on the offense. They just haven't been able to convert. But really, when the U.S. has had the ball, they've been really to advance. And Barreto has really been kind of one of those driving force.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, he plays for the Hull FC and UK Super League team. And I think a lot of his experience in rugby league has really been helping out the USA team so far.
No doubt.
I mean, they've really kind of been following a lot of his league, following a lot of his pace. Obviously here it looks like ball's been kind of lost forward here, and so it looks like might have been knocked there and tackled, so it's going to remain the U.S. ball. But I think that those are some of those things on the leadership side,
right?
And I think
so that international experience is coming back home and paying dividends.
And for the U.S., I mean that's exactly what they need. As you talk about gaining some respect in the international community, is really being able to make some of those wins. But in the same respect, having some guys, Joseph Eichner play for the Toronto Wolfpack, having some guys that have played on that international community and coming back and representing the USA is going to help dividends. And obviously I made the mix up here with the Jacksonville Axemen, our domestic club. But, it really kind of comes into guys that have played on the international stage and really, can help develop the other guys, Joe
Eichner's a hometown hero.
Yeah, absolutely. Really he played here at UNF. And
here we go.
Looks like the captain here, Mark, again. And try is awarded. So Mark here with his second try.
Offerdahl.
And again, very well getting those offloads and really kind of hitting those holes. Done very well.
And we're down to about 13 minutes left in the first half, and the United States is exerting some dominance right now, which is
they're looking pretty good. That's really and so far
the game's never over. I mean, I've seen too many of them turn.
Exactly.
Last year's the Jamaica comeback, pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you get back in the locker room. I mean, you can't hold anything for granted. I mean, obviously, these guys have traveled a long enough way here that they're not here just to play. Right. And again, the winner of this is going to be playing Jamaica here on Saturday for the World Cup qualifier in England. So I mean, there's a lot on the table, and there's nothing that's going to hold back a team, no matter if tries, that they're going to be fighting to
for every inch, right?
Exactly. And no matter what the score here, is at halftime, they're going to come back in the second half and be ready to fight. So again, another conversion. The wind is, I'm not sure if it's so much on the booth or if it's really hitting down the ground.
It's blowing for sure up here.
Yeah.
We're up on a lift, and I know the wind's a little worse for us, but that ball was about eye height. So.
Yeah. So right now we're at a score of 24 for the USA, 0 for Chile, and we're just about around 12 minutes, 15 seconds here left here in the first half.
You know what I wanted to bring up is I wanted to thank the Wolf Pack for making this stream possible, or helping make this stream possible. Those guys are doing great things with rugby in North America.
Yep.
Up in Toronto, so I just want to say go Wolf Pack.
Good. It looks like Chris Wiggins definitely arrived here on the bench for the USA. You can definitely see his presence known. He's one of the bigger players out there that I have seen, and obviously getting him out there, you can definitely see some movement. And it looks like kick did not go out of bounds, so it's going to be a scrum down here for the USA. And again, I'd just like to, make a mention again for, us being able to serve you guys out, giving you this rugby stream, thanking the city of Jacksonville as well as the Toronto Wolfpack. I mean, I think it really is pretty cool that we can, do something this for the rugby community and really get this stream out there.
Well, what's cool to me is Jacksonville's kind of become ground zero for the USA Rugby. Lots of great international events happening here over the years, and more games like this, which is awesome. And he's off to the races. They're not going to catch him.
And that wasn't even close. Once he got that hole, he was...
They weren't going to catch him.
Nope. That was a great try, but I didn't see the numbers here back on the side. Did you?
Unfortunately, no. I just saw a great Superman leap.
That was...
and some awesome speed. We'll get it verified.
Yeah. So for right now, without the conversion, but at least hopefully for number 4, Brett, this will be a little chip shot. I'm not sure, and his...
I'm telling you, the wind is a lot worse than you might think.
Yeah.
I know that should be easy, but...
There we go. Finally, it's not sure for the whole FC, how he's had to really battle, some of the wins, especially playing at, the nighttime. But it's been pretty tough for him, especially getting his conversion kicks here, on the corners. But at least for that one, that was right through the uprights. And I thought it was Brandon Anderson that might have scored that. It looked like he was number 3. I guess I'll have to kind of wait and see, get a confirmation here from there.
To get a confirmation.
Yeah.
Don't want to give the wrong person credit. They won't like me if I do that. So the score is 30, USA 0, Chile.
Yep. And we're just under 9 minutes here, playing in the first half. And USA is going to receive here and get their nice little set. Chris Wiggins again, get a nice little hit up.
He's such a small guy.
Yeah, he definitely draws some players for sure. He wasn't bringing any slowness here too. You can see here him getting right back up, looking for another hit up, and I'd say that's pretty good as far as having some guys on the reserve that are going to bring that heat.
Bring the heat.
That's exactly what you want to see and what you want to have on your side.
That's just got to wear the other team down, right?
Yeah, I mean
that's the whole point, right?
So here we are with the scrum down in Chile. I would like to, kind of give a little shout out to nice little Chris Fraser making his first debut for the USA. He's from the Delaware Black Foxes, and I think making that first debut for the USA team here is obviously a great accomplishment here. And one thing that's so far here, getting kind of jitters has been nice with the USA taking a quick little lead to kind of help out with some of those kind of jitters out. But now the USA is back on their defense, and we'll kind of see what they can do. Currently, right now, the score is 30-0, USA over Chile. And we were playing here with just under about 7 minutes left in the first half. Chile really hasn't gotten much traction on the U.S. A lot of the tries so far have really kind of been some holes on the USA team, really kind of putting some sets together and really kind of getting some breakthroughs. So I wouldn't say so far it's been a complete dominance, one side or the other. It's just really been some good holes, some good sets on the U.S. that have really, really come out into some tries for them. But, both sides have really been playing hard. They've really, been attacking, very hard right in the front. And so it's been a fairly good match so far. It's just the USA has really been able to kind of take advantage of some penalties so far and, really kind of get some good holes.
And, Brian, I don't know if you feel it or not, but it's starting to sprinkle.
Is it?
It is starting to sprinkle, yeah. The wind is blowing a lot harder now. It's starting to sprinkle, so I don't know that that's going to affect ball handling a little bit. It's not too bad just yet, but it looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Well, hopefully the U.S. is able to attack here and get in before that weather is really going to kind of take the turn here. You can see there right now, right on the heel steps, get a nice set, and I think they do the wise choice of bringing it to Chris Wiggins. But he looks like he was held up on the side, was not able to get a try. And actually, Chris is the one that he's actually getting his playing for the first game for the USA, and played years in the USA final. And he's so far, he's definitely been making an impact. I think since he's been on the pitch, you've been able to get an idea of where Chris is and what he's been able to do. And again, he plays for the Delaware Black Foxes, not Chris Fraser, as I apologize. I had their names mixed up here on the screen. But obviously a loss here for the U.S., almost getting close into the try. But it looks like they now the ball is in the hand of the Chilean team, and we'll kind of see here as the third direction. And now the whistle is blown. Looks like a little rain here is coming down, so we are starting to kind of get a little bit of that weather that is going to start impacting the game. Kind of see how that's going to unfold here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that rain is kind of really coming down here in Jacksonville. Currently, right now, again, the score is 30 for the U.S. and 0 for Chile. We're playing with about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes left here in the half. I would like to thank all of you guys on this international community for really checking in, of this game for the U.S. Americas qualifier. Again, earlier today, Jamaica beat Canada. So the winner of this game is going to be playing Jamaica on Saturday evening. So I hope you guys can take part in that as well as this game. And I just really appreciate you guys, joining in from all over the world. Obviously, one of the main points we're, really trying to do.
Hold the camera. So, pardon our camera. We just got to get us in under the tent so that we're able to continue to give you some visual. Maybe Brian can keep you going on the commentary there.
You want to switch?
No.
Sorry guys, it's just kind of one of those fun things we got to deal with here when we get that little rain.
Sure.
Not to you guys, we're dealing with just about 2.5 minutes here. The U.S. is down back on advance. And we're just currently right now just trying to prepare here for a lot of the rain that's been coming through. So I do apologize for you guys. Just kind of let you know, let you kind of know some of the things that are coming through. Obviously, our booth was, equipped to handle with some wind and some light rain. But if you kind of notice, the rain is really kind of coming down for us. So we're just trying to do our best to keep this stream going. And again, we'd really, really like to thank the city of Jacksonville as well as Toronto Wolfpack to really kind of putting this together and helping us, being able to stream this out to you guys. And again, if you guys, we're going to be getting into the second half here, and I guarantee regardless of the score, this second half is going to produce some good rugby. So if you guys, are able to share this, let anybody, any fans of rugby or people that think would, enjoy this stream, please feel free to share it. We'll be we're about a minute here left into the half, and then we'll be getting with another half of rugby. And currently right now the score is 30 for the U.S. and 0 for the Chile. But as we kind of mentioned this stream, Chile didn't travel to Jacksonville, Florida, to kind of lay a nest egg. I mean, they've been playing some really good rugby, and I really think they. And sorry about a little shakiness, guys. We're just trying to get everything in order. Nice little pick and go here, right, Kristen, and really kind of get some movement.
We are definitely braving the elements.
Yeah.
Now, I may say that at halftime we may have to break the stream, and we will restart right back on the pages if we do come back.
And it looks like try has been awarded to the U.S. right on the edge. Some good ball out here right on the corner. It could be another hard conversion cry for Beretta. I mean, he has had some trouble with the wind, and now we really, really got the rain going. But, give the U.S. some credit here. Coming right down to the half, they really got some ball movement out and really able to expose Chile here right on the corner. So, good job now. It looks like that's going to be the final call here until we get into the halftime, and then we're gonna have to let you guys know as far as what we're gonna need to do for the stream.
I'll tell you what, why don't you keep talking? I'm gonna see what we got going here.
Okay.
And right now we're at 34-0 USA.
Yep.
At halftime.
Yeah, we still have the conversion try here coming up. And the wind is blowing right in Bretta's face. He's right on the corner. This is probably his toughest kick he's had throughout the whole evening. And it looks like he's just going to push that a little bit far left. So, overall, recap of first half, obviously, just by score alone, the U.S., you can say dominated the Chile side, but looking from both sides, I see that there's still a whole half to play. It is there's neither side is I wouldn't say the U.S. is over with this match by any means. They still need to bring a lot of the good sets that they were able to run in that first half. And Chile showed a lot of promise. It hasn't really been something that they've been shooting themselves in the foot. Obviously, I think they've allowed the U.S. to attack them, much, and I think that kind of bringing in some rush sets and really rushing in on defense to kind of slow down that U.S. attack, because I think so far the really story has been the U.S. attack game. They've when they've been on the offensive side, they've really been able to penetrate that Chilean defense.
I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to go without sound for a little while we arrange things here and try and get things better for the second half as far as the rain situation is concerned. Because it's coming down, and these computers don't like
computers don't like rain, but we sure do love rain. And for all you rugby viewers out there, I know you guys are appreciating. We're getting the elements here for a great rugby league game. We're in the rain. The weather's great for rugby league. It's just not great for the equipment. So we're going to cut off the stream just to let you guys know.
We're going to try and keep the stream going.
Try and keep the stream.
The rain here has just gotten so bad that unfortunately we're not going to be able to bring you the live stream of the second half. We are going to do is direct you to the USARL Facebook page, and we will be giving you score updates there. Sorry about that, but that's weather here in Florida. The rain is as you can see, coming down sideways. Yep. So we're going to sign off for now and go to USARL Facebook page to catch the updates. And then, yes, Saturday we got games starting at 1:30 and 4 o'clock.
Yep.